Good evening.
Good evening.
You know I don't need a microphone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Miss Williams. I am an 8th grade language arts teacher here, and my co-host,
Ariel Laster. I am the Black History Club Public Relations Advisor. And now we will have Mr. Gavin Riggs present the welcome, followed by Elder N. Brawlton with the prayer.
Greetings everyone, my name is Gavin Riggs and I am a 7th grade scholar at James Weldon Johnson. This is the 10th year anniversary for our program under the direction of Mrs. Lawrence. The purpose for this event is to learn about our very rich history, to celebrate those who have helped us get where we are today for the present and point us in the right direction for the future. In addition, this is the purpose to recognize the roles that African Americans have played before our time and continue to do so in the present, and that the Black History Club is filling in gaps that schools have not taught us. Tonight we have a special guest, Elder N. Brawlton, who will be doing a prayer for us. Welcome.
Amen. We do greet God today for being the God of second chances and in all his infinite wisdom. Isn't God a good God?
Yes.
Oh, I can feel him right now. No, I don't need it. Amen. If you want to stand, but I do want you to catch your neighbor's hand tonight. There may be someone in here that's sick tonight. Someone is going through something. Just want to let you know that God, he has all the answers to all your problems. And everything you need, God got. I don't care what you're going through. There can't nobody do you like the Lord. Amen? Amen. Can't nobody work it out like God. So just be encouraged tonight and know that everything is going to work out just like God wanted to. I don't care what you think about it or how you're feeling at this moment, but when God gets ready to work it out, he will do so. He don't work in time. God works in eternity. God, in the name of Jesus, as we come to you today, we give you praise, we give you the honor, and we do give you the glory. For this is the day that you have made for us, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. We thank you for this occasion that we are here today, the property that we own, where we stand tonight, God. I ask that you bless this situation here, the occasion. Bless the children and their families, their mothers and fathers that have come to see them perform. We ask that you bless the administration and all the teachers. Just put a hedge of protection around this property. And we thank you and we praise you. We do give you the honor, glory, for you are the God of second chances. Now, Lord, let the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart, be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Amen. Come on, let's give God a hand.
We
Thank you for that powerful prayer. Now we will have my very good friend Micah Webster Bass with the occasion. Hello, I am Micah Webster Bass, Vice President of the Black History Club. And on behalf of the club, we are so happy for you all to be here tonight. The reason why we are here is to celebrate and remember the culture and contributions of African American people. As we continue to live our lives under the sun, it is adamant that we remember the trials and triumphs of African Americans as a whole. Harriet Tubman once said that every great dream starts with a dreamer, and I'm here to tell you all to dream on. Thank you.
Known as the Moses of her people, Harriet Tubman was enslaved, escaped, and helped others to their freedom. As the conductor of the Underground Railroad. To honor Harriet Tubman, we have Maya Muhammad with her dance to stand up.
Where is she? Come on back, peaceful. Whoa, easy now.
I wish we go down. I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones.
You have made it 100 miles to freedom. Would you like to pick a new name to mark your freedom?
Harriet Tubman.
Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm wading through muddy waters. You know I got a made up mind, and I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. You hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on.
Harriet, welcome to the Underground Railroad.
And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone, and I just might fail, but I know I'll try. Shining stars, stand up, take my people Thank you, Maya, for that beautiful dance. And now we will have a special guest with
our young Harriet Tubman.
Lord, I'm gonna hold steady onto you, and you are gonna see me through.
And now we will continue to lift our voices with a Black History presentation entitled The March.
March on!
We shall
Overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Deep in our hearts, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in our hearts, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Emancipation Proclamation. Human rights are not an option. Smash the color line. Jim Crow must go.
The Civil Rights Movement.
Brown versus Board of Education. I am a man. Immigrant rights for civil rights. We fight for civil rights. The Emancipation Proclamation resurrected and restated the principle of equality upon which the founding of the nation rested.
Brown versus Board of Education was one of the cornerstones of the civil rights movement and helped establish the precedent that separate but equal education.
Jim Crow laws were cruel, unjust, and degrading of Africans, African Americans, and people of color. But through determination, motivation, and races coming together as one, these laws are no longer a threat to mankind.
The civil rights movement was a decades-long movement with the goal of securing legal rights for African Americans that other worthy Americans already have. The civil rights movement is a movement for equality. It was a struggle for social justice that took place mainly during the 1950s and 1960s for blacks to gain equal rights under the law in the United States. The Civil War had initially abolished slavery, but it didn't end in discrimination against blacks. They, along with other races, were fighting side by side for equality. Remember, educate, celebrate Black history.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
Thank you for that wonderful performance. Now we will have a few words from our President, Leslie Carey. Hello, I am Leslie Carey, the president of Black History Club. I'm here to talk about Harriet Tubman, the woman who led many slaves to freedom by way of the Underground Railroad. There ain't no negotiations on freedom, big or small. There ain't no compromises, no half measures. Because A country built on bodies will always need more for the slaughter. Harriet Tubman was an American abolitionist. Born into slavery, Tubman escaped and subsequently made some 13 missions to rescue approximately 70 enslaved people, including family and friends. Using a network of anti-slavery activists and safe houses known as the Underground Railroad. During the American Civil War, she served as an armed scout and spy for the Army. In her later years, Tubman was an activist in the struggle for women's suffrage. I would have freed thousands more if they only knew they were slaves. Harriet fought many battles to bring us to this point, so let's keep Harriet and her dreams for freedom alive.
So let's have some trivia. Are you guys ready? I have some really great prizes here. I'm excited. Yay! All right. So here's my first question. What code name do people use to refer to Harriet Tubman? Yes, anyone? Moses, that is correct. Trinity, one of our alumni, you will come up and you will hand out the prize. Great, thank you. The prizes, thank you. All right. What method did Harriet suggest to throw confusion to the dogs on the road? What did she say? Ooh, we can throw some confusion to these dogs as she's walking on the road. Anybody? Anyone? Okay. Nope, it wasn't a zigzag. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes? Nope, not the river. Anyone else? Well, she wanted us to spread pepper. Yes, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that myself. Very good. Where's the hiding space in the Quaker house? Does anybody know the hiding place in the Quaker house? Yes. Nope. But that was a great guess. Anyone? Anyone? The attic? Well, attic, chimney. Okay, we can go with that. Very good. You know I'm from Florida. Where was... Oh, yes. Where was Harriet Tubman born? Okay, this is awkward. Where was Harriet Tubman born? No, that was a nice guess. No, it was not. However, Trinity, our JWJ alumni, once again has the correct answer. It is Maryland. Good job. Our African American culture is also seen in December with a huge festival, and here to tell us more about it is one of our Black History members, Howie Said.
Habari Gani. Greetings. I am Howie Said. I'm here to tell you about a holiday that celebrates family, community, and culture. Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a cultural holiday celebrated from December 26th through January 1st. It was created in 1966 by Dr. Maulana Karenga for three main reasons. The first reason it was created was to restore and reaffirm our rootedness in African culture. The second reason it was created was to serve as a regular community celebration to reinforce the bonds between African Americans. The third reason Kwanzaa was created was to reinforce the Nguzo Saba, or the 7 principles in English. Speaking of the Nguzo Saba, or the 7 principles, remember the phrase I yelled at you in the beginning of my speech? Habari gani? Well, it means what is the news in Swahili, and you typically respond with one of the 7 principles. Here, instead of telling you, I'll show you. Habari gani?
Umoja, I am unity.
On the first day of Kwanzaa, we celebrate Umoja, or unity. We as African Americans want to always strive and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. You can practice Umoja by protesting arm in arm, or even just helping someone in need. Umoja, or unity, is reflected in the African proverb, I am because we are. Habari gani?
Kujidakalia, I am self-determined.
On the second day of Kwanzaa, we celebrate Kujidakalia, or self-determination. Kujidakalia requires that we must define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves, instead of letting others do it for us. It symbolizes the fight to persevere as we work hard to overcome discrimination and adversity in our day-to-day lives. Habari gani?
Ujima, I am collective work and responsibility.
On the third day of Kwanzaa, we celebrate Ujima, or collective work and responsibility. As African Americans, we should always try and practice Ujima by building and maintaining together, and making our brothers and sisters' problems our problem. Practicing Ujima could be as simple as helping your friends study for a major test. Habari gani?
Ujama, I am cooperative economics.
On the fourth day of Kwanzaa, we celebrate Ujama, or cooperative economics. Ujama entails that we build and maintain our own stores, own shops, and own businesses, and to profit from them together. It stresses self-reliance and the strengthening and controlling of our own economy and wealth. Habari gani?
Nia, I have purpose.
The fifth day of Kwanzaa celebrates Nia, or purpose. Nia means to make our life's work, the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. It encourages to not only set personal goals, but goals for the community and have purpose in everything that you do. Habari gani?
Kumba, I am creativity.
We use the sixth day of Kwanzaa to celebrate Kumba, or creativity. Kumba demands us to do as much as we can, in any way we can, in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited it. You could practice Kumba by performing a dance to commemorate James Weldon Johnson, or even by painting a mural to celebrate Black History Month. Habari gani?
Amani, I have faith.
Amani, the most powerful principle, is celebrated on the seventh day of Kwanzaa and means faith. Without faith in ourselves, our community, or the victory of our struggle, we would have not made nearly as much progress as we have made. Amani brings people together to make dreams a reality, especially during difficult times. Habari gani?
Azuri asante sana. Everything's good.
Hello, everyone. Come on, we can do better than that. Hello, everyone. Very good. I normally don't come out until the end, but you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. I am so excited Again, thank you for all being here. At this time, we're going to call our principal, Principal Fagans, up to have some words for us as she comes. Let's give her a round of applause, please. After that, we'll go right into intermission, and we have some pies and some different things over to the side, so please enjoy. Principal Fagan.
I am going to be very brief because I have two little munchkins that may follow me and run up on this stage. I did not know that I was going to say anything, but thank you, Ms. Lawrence. I would like to welcome everyone out. This is my third year being the principal here, but my first Black History program. The first year I was pregnant, so as you probably know if you've ever been pregnant, you just kind of want to go home. It took all I could to get here and all I could to stay. Then the second year, the boys were very small, but I promised Ms. Lawrence, I said, if you give me 3 years, I promise I'll be there with bells on. So here with me tonight, I do have the boys. But thank you so much for coming out. Haven't our children been absolutely wonderful? Let's give them a round of applause. I'd like to thank you for that wonderful prayer that you started out and opened us up with. Thank you so much. Thank you for covering us and covering this occasion. You know, we celebrate Black History during the month of February, but I think it's something that should be celebrated all 12 months of the year. I think, you know, we do a lot as people, and there's truly a history, and there's something that we definitely need to celebrate, all of the accomplishments that we have made. So I'm enjoying myself. I hope you are enjoying yourself as well. To the teachers that have come out to support, I see the cheerleaders over there, the faculty and staff, and our parents. Thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to see the second half of the show.
Ziggy? All right, we're in intermission mode.
And now I'm here to introduce the Greek line dancers.
Joanna,
Let's give another round of applause to the Grit Line Dancers. And now we will have a performance by Micah Webster Bass and Miss Williams, the Birmingham Bombing, followed by the JWJ cheerleaders.
Mother dear, may I go outside as we're about to play and march in the streets of Birmingham in the Freedom March today?
No, baby, no, you cannot go. For the dogs are fierce and wild. And blood, clubs, and guns, and jails are no place for a little child.
Mother, I won't be alone. Other children will march with me, and we'll work together to make our country free.
No, baby, no, you cannot go. For I fear the guns will fire. But you may go to the church instead and sing in the children's choir. She has combed her dark brown hair and bathed rose-petal sweet and put tiny white gloves on her brown hands and white shoes on her feet. The mother smiled to know her child was in a sacred place. But that was the last smile to come across her face. For when she heard the explosion, eyes wet and wild, she raced through the streets of Birmingham looking for her child. She crawled through bricks and broken glass and lifted out a shoe. For here's the shoe my baby wore. Baby, where are you?
And now we have another appearance by little Harriet Tubman.
I looked at my hand to see if I was the same person. There's such a glory over everything. The sun came up, and it felt like gold through the trees, and I felt like I was in heaven.
And now we will have a performance by the JWJ cheerleaders.
During the days of slavery, the Underground Railroad was used by over 1,000 slaves as they searched for their way to freedom. The quilt was a sign of safety and a designated safe house as they traveled along the Underground Railroad. Now we'll have some more Black History members to tell us about the quilt.
Hello everybody, my name is Sean Kaysen and I'm here to tell you today about the Freedom Quilt. This quilt was no ordinary quilt. This quilt had 6 signs on it to help free slaves. I'll tell you about one of them. It was the monkey wrench. The monkey wrench was a signal for any slave who planned an escape. The monkey wrench is a heavy metal tool used by the blacksmith. This would symbolize the time to collect the tools that they would need on their journey to the freedom. Another symbol is the carpenter wheel. The carpenter wheel was a signal to follow the carpenter wheel to the west-northwest. To a slave master, the carpenter in their lives was Jesus. As they worked in the fields, they sang a well-known spiritual about a chariot that was the way to carry them home. Another one of these is the bear paw, which is right there. The bear paw instructed the slaves to follow the actual trail of bear footprints. Animal footprints would indicate the best path, just like a road map, though the mountains following the bear path would lead them to the tired, hungry runaways to food and water.
Hi, I'm going to tell you guys about another one of the quilt patches. This one right here is the crossroads symbol. It instructed slaves to travel the crossroads or a city where they could find protection and refuge after their journey through the Appalachian Mountains.
Another symbol is the sailboat. The sailboat is located right here. The sailboat is a symbol of safe passage to freedom. It also represents the importance of free black sailors to the Underground Railroad. Black sailors and ship owners helped many slaves escape directly, hiding them on board their ships and sprinting them away and indirectly by passing on directions and sometimes messages from family members awaiting them in freedom. When the Compromise of 1850 strengthened the Fugitive Slave Act, allowing slave owners to retrieve their slaves in northern states and free territories, runaway slaves weren't safe until they reached Canada. Many depended on ships, like this one, and ferries to cross icy Lake Erie.
The North Star was the guiding light leading slaves to Canada and freedom. The Big Dipper always pointed to the north, which is the handle of the Little Dipper. The North Star was important to navigation, especially to boat owners who took the slaves from Cleveland to Detroit to Canada.
The tumbling block was a pattern was associated for packing up and moving. They had to move to the different areas where the safe houses was so the slave masters wouldn't find them.
Lastly, I'll be talking about the bow tie. The bow tie was a directive for slaves to dress in a formal manner. When they first escaped, they wore distinguishable garments that eventually became tattered and torn along their journey. The free blacks would often meet them in a safe place as a church and would give them fresh clothing and satin bow ties. Runaways would stand out among the city folks. Thank you.
And now we will have our final performance by all the members of the Black History Club. It's entitled The Journey to the North.
Good evening. My name is Kai Armstrong, and I'll be the narrator for the script today. Between 1850 and 1860, the Underground Railroad was at its height. Slaves of African descent in the United States escaped through a network of secret routes and safe houses to free states with the help of abolitionists, who were sympathetic to their cause. This is the story about Walter and his family and how they left behind plantation life in search of a free one. Walter and his friends are playing by the river, chasing each other. Suddenly, they hear a shout and look to see the overseer.
Hey!
And another man headed their way. Walter grabs Leah's hand and runs in the opposite direction while the other children scatter.
Mama! Mama! Hush! What's all this fuss about? Mama, I was near the river playing with Leah, Joseph, and some of the other kids when the overseer came in and dragged them off. Me and Leah ran away scared that we was gonna get grabbed too. Well, where's Leah now? We split up by the big oak out back. She went looking for her mama. Mama, hush, child. We were playing games out back, and then the overseer came. I think we should go. Don't you worry your head, boy. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. Stay here with me if you want. Well, here's that there boy, piece of bread.
Walter and his friends are hiding outside the window of a small wooden cabin, eavesdropping on a meeting being held by a few of the field servants. Old John and Walter's father among them are talking in low voices.
Everybody, Ernest has something to say, so y'all hush up and listen.
Thanks, old John. The trader came by the house today and he heard talks of free white and black folk helping slaves get the free nations.
Go on, Ernest.
I ain't got all the details yet, but the other day I heard Master Wyatt and Master James talking about some slaves who done gone missing. He heard some talk of slaves going on to the free country.
So James is heading this way. Ernest, boy, come over here, will you?
Yes, sir.
One of my neighbors came to call and said a bunch of his servants have gone up and missing. And I know you're the person who people come to for directions out here. Have you heard anything about here these were doing slaves?
No signs, anything. Ain't heard nothing either.
Well, I want you to come to me directly. If you hear anything you heard, keep your ear low.
Yes, sir.
Ernest, that man was fishing.
Yes, Granny.
Be careful when you pass them asking questions, Joel. And no more being too. If you do all that, it's gonna draw attention. How can we talk around the children?
Walter, you go on to your mama now. I'll let y'all know when there's another meeting.
Walter and his family share a cabin with Leah's family. They are asleep when a sharp knock sounds on the door. Ernest stirs up and gets up to answer. Old John is at the door with urgent news. There's a small group gathered by a cabin at the opposite end from the big house. Ernest and old John go over to the group. There is a skinny white couple standing in the shadows. With them is a huge black man. They quickly let the servants gathered around know who they are. They were Ezra and Ruth Lincoln, and they were sympathetic to the plight of the servants in the northern states.
When are you moving out again?
They were part of a group who were helping them cross over the north, where they could live as free men and women.
When are you moving out again?
In 4 days' time. We can't wait no longer. Some servants from a nearby plantation ran off and now there are hunting parties looking all about for them. It's going to make it harder to wait around.
I'll round a few slaves who won't be missed right away. Where's the meeting point?
Ezra told him where to lead the servants who would be traveling and offered their goodbyes quickly before disappearing into the night.
Ernest boy, small will run some little ones named mamas. Those might notice so much and tell them the plan. Then we gotta lead some of the youngins out to the meeting point. But don't tell them until we head out. They want to flap the lips talking when they ain't supposed to.
Yes, sir. All right. Good night.
Walter, Fanny, and a few other servants are hiding under some hay in the back of the wagon. The driver is coming up to a small bridge, and at one end on horseback is a hunting party out looking for runaway slaves.
Whoa there, driver. What's in the wagon? There are runaways out here. Paratenic back that I come to these parts of town.
Well, I ain't doing no.
Then get on in there with that hay.
The runaways are in a small safe house. Walter is asleep on his mother's lap. His friend Leah and her other mother are next to them. There are only a few from Master James' plantation. Walter and Leah's father had stayed behind to help free other servants.
What's happening, Mama? Somebody's knocking on that door. Ethan, don't we all belong together so we can be on our way. Is our wife to set up for you from here to the dogs?
The runaways have made it to the north and have just arrived at a safe house in Florida after traveling for weeks.
We're almost there, baby. Where's Pop? Where's Pop at? Son of a so sad. Dad is a good man. Some of those leave me free, and he's got it good this time. We free now, Mama? Yes, baby, we're free. Ain't nobody gonna own this now. This is no all of them. I can't hardly wait till Pa gets here.
Other families are huddled together, crying softly, happy to have made it and the hope of a new beginning.
In the water, way in the water, way in the water, come from the water, way in the water, way in the water, way in the water, come from the water.
The water, yeah.
You're welcome. This ends our show. I am so proud of our kids. They have worked really, really hard. We had some ups and downs, but we made it. So, I want all of my officers to come back out.
Okay, so this is our director, Miss Lawrence, and all these I've been here at JWJ, she's been a big part of my life. She's helped me in more ways than I can imagine, and I'm so glad to have this experience with her. So this is just a little token of our love. We would also like to invite Miss Williams up here, wherever she is. Yeah, okay, Miss Williams. Okay. We would just like to say thank you to her as well. She has been a big help to us all these past years. So we would just like to give you this as a thank you.
Oh, thank you so
much. These kids never cease to amaze me. I am very happy. We've been doing this for 10 years, and this year it's been a rough road. But I am very grateful to that woman that's sitting right over there, which is my mother. Thank you for the prayer tonight, because it has truly touched my heart, and it has given me the strength to go on and to want to continue to work with these children. You know, some people say, why do you teach? I teach because I love the kids. That's why I do it. I don't do it because it's not any money. I do it because I love these children. And I thank goodness, I thank God, I'm gonna say God. I thank God for their parents allowing me to be a role model in their lives. I truly thank you guys, because you're very special to me. And you keep me going each and every day. Miss Williams, you're kind of special. So let's give it up again for our Black History Club. We want to call all our members out. Come on out, come on out. I would like my seniors. This is my daughter. She's been in the show all 10 years. But you know she's only 12 and she's been here all 10 years. So she started out just like little Bantu, little Harriet, doing little inserts. She's been here. I have 5 seniors tonight. And Limry, would you go to your grandmother and get, it's in my purse, behind the stage. I'm sorry, no behind the stage, sweetheart, in that cart. I have 5 seniors, and I would like to honor them. It's a small token. I had my mom going out all day today in the rain. It's like I gotta get them something, because they have been there with me until the end. And I've threatened to kick them out if they didn't say this right or they didn't do this right. But you know what? They said, oh well, Miss Lawrence, you know, I'm sure in their head it was like, we're not going anywhere. So for my president, and I had to go home and I say, I tell you what, she's so sweet, I love her. And I just fuss and yell, and she said, Miss Lawrence, what do you need, what do you need? And I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, Leslie, if I was just so snappy. She said, it's okay, Miss Lawrence, it's okay. But she's so sweet, and I've seen her grow and build up the confidence to stand before you. It's a lot for her to stand before you and speak. She's been on the morning announcements, and she's done an excellent job. So it's not much, but it's just a token of my love and appreciation for you. Leslie Carey. I think I'm gonna save this one for last. The next person, we have Kai Armstrong. Come up, Kai. Kai is in my biology class, and she works very hard. She's new to the school. She's been working very hard, and she has really found her home here. Her grandmother is sitting out in the audience, and she entrusts me with her. And we've seen her scores go up, and she's just working really hard, and she's a sweet young lady. And I wish she would have been here all 3 years, because I know that she would have been even more amazing. But I thank you, Kai, for letting me chastise you and yell a little bit. I yell at everybody, kids, but I love them. And I just thank you for your beautiful smile. Every day is the same smile. Kai, thank you so much. Kai Armstrong. Next we have Howie Saeed. I remember Howie in 7th grade. She would say to me, "You do the Black History Club?" And I was like, "Yes." "You gonna come?" "I'm gonna come join." Didn't come join. But then she came and she joined. She's also the vice president of the JWJ, and she has worked very hard. She's also one of my students, and she knows that I expect nothing but excellence from her. She's an awesome young lady. I'm very proud of her, and I'm so blessed to have her little sister coming up in the club as well, and little Harriet one day. Bantu. Howie, thank you so much. I love you. So back to my 3-year people. Ariel Laster. Come on. Ariel has the same bubbly smile from day one. Sometimes, I remember she told me, she said, "Miss Lawrence, this was last year. Don't say you didn't say it. I don't want you to be my teacher." I said, "Okay, well, I don't want to be your teacher then." And when I wasn't her teacher, she's like, "Miss Lawrence, I wanted you to be my teacher." I said, "Well, you didn't want me to be your teacher, but I'll always be your teacher." But she's such a sweet young lady. She's our public relations advisor. She worked a little bit on the website when I had time to let her. She's just get on the morning announcements, do our morning announcements. It's never no to Miss Lawrence. It's always okay. And I just appreciate Ariel. She's a smart young lady. I'm gonna miss these girls. I'm really gonna miss them. And Ariel, I love you. Even though I wasn't your teacher, but I love you. Ariel Laster. What am I gonna say about this one? Michael Webster Bass. Yeah. Micah, I remember Micah when she was probably like in the 3rd or 4th grade. She used to come up here with her mom or her dad to pick up her sister. And her brother went here as well. And I was like, wow, they got 3 of them? You think they all gonna come through here? Micah helps me. She comes to my class. One day, Micah decided she was gonna eat lunch with me every day. I think she ate lunch with me every day for about 2 months. Yeah. And then when she stopped eating lunch with me, I felt some kind of way. I was like, she abandoned me. But we would have such good conversations. Sometimes we wouldn't even talk. We'd just eat lunch and she'd say, "Okay, Miss Lawrence, I'm gonna go." I was like, "Okay." And then sometimes we would talk about science. We would go over stuff. We would just have a good time. And there were some days that she could tell that I would feel a little low. And she would be right there for me. And she just didn't understand by her being there, eating lunch with me. It made me very happy. It made me forget about all the other stuff. And so, you know, sometimes we need these kids. We love these kids, and we thank you, parents, for allowing us to love your kids and care for them. Micah, I love you. I'm gonna miss you. Michael Webster Bass. Now, I'm not going to be long on the program. It's thanking everyone. I don't want to start calling names because you'll forget somebody. So I just want to thank everyone, all of my colleagues, all of my students, all of my friends, and my family, and my Black History Club. I thank you. I must say one student's name. He was never a part of the Black History Club, but he's an honorary member. Zeke Turner. He's here every year. I taught Zeke 1 year, and Zeke has been stuck to my hip ever since. We love Zeke. Thank you, Zeke. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. God bless you. And I think we were going to call up Miss Webster Bass because she has a treat for us. It's a blessing. I don't know if she wants to say anything, but we appreciate her and the kids. They are hungry.
Good evening, everyone. We just want to thank Ms. Lawrence and Ms. Williams for the contributions that they make to our kids every day. So on behalf of the parents, all parents stand of the kids that are up here, Ms. Williams, Ms. Lawrence, we want to thank you for making our kids aware of their rich heritage and helping them to invest in themselves and understanding the important contributions that African Americans have made. So thank you for your time. Thank you for all the community service projects and the community service hours. We love you and thank you. And we have some refreshments in the back. So it's been a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Enjoy. Zeke playing some music. Yes. Woo! We have some pies over here too, I think. Oh, we got 2 left. That's it. Homemade. Okay.
Paradise to have a home.